exercise 1.4, we're looking at equation solving for different variables. Alright, so for A, we've got this. First job, let's expand the bracket, so 6 lots of x plus 2 becomes that. And I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. So 6x take 4x is going to become 2x. And I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. And so if I do that, I should have 2x equaling negative 13 here. Then divide both sides by 2, and x will equal negative 13 on 2. So that's the incorrect answer there for A. I apologise for that mistake. B. I've got this. I multiply both sides by x, so 3 on x multiplied by x is going to become 3. And 5 over x plus 4 times x is going to become 5x on the top. I now multiply both sides by x plus 4, so that will leave me with 5x on the left and 3 lots of x plus 4 on the right. Expand the brackets. Take 3x from both sides and then divide both sides by 2. When we look at the solution for an equation, sometimes we refer to that as being the root. So if we consider the graph y equals x squared plus 4x, it can be seen that the x-intercepts are negative 4, 0 and 0, 0. So that's shown here below. These x-intercepts also provide the roots or the solutions to the equation 0 equals x squared plus 4x. Because we know for our x-intercepts, the value of y is equal to 0. So I have 0 equals x squared plus 4x, and then I can factorise that, apply the null factor law, and I have my solution. So x equals, for here that should be 0, or x plus 4 equals 0 to produce x equaling negative 4. So the key to that is that the solutions are often referred to as the roots. Given that when the expression 4x squared plus 5x take away 6 is factorised, it becomes this. Find the roots for the equation 0 equals 4x squared plus 5x minus 6. So this is really simple. Basically, 0 equals that quadratic trinomial that can be factorised to become this. And now it's applying the null factor law. So 4x take 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then solving for x, we get 3/4 and negative 2. Problem 3, this is CAS-free. I've got x cubed plus the coefficient k plus 3 times x squared, so this k is an unknown number, plus 3 lots of kx equaling 0. We need to factorise that. So what's common to all of these terms is x. So I take out x to begin with. Now I've got x squared plus the coefficient k plus 3, lots of x, plus 3 lots of k. Now we're trying to factorise this. We want the factors to open up with your brackets. You're going to open up and have x and x there, and on the other side of the brackets. And then we're going to think of the numbers that go next to it. We want the factors of this last term, 3k, so that when you add them together, it's equal to k plus 3. So the factors of 3k is obviously 3 and k, 3 times k. So I'm going to have a 3 and a k, and of course if you add them together, it's equal to k plus 3. So I have x plus 3 in the first bracket multiplied by x plus k in the second bracket. So my solutions are x equals 0, or x plus 3 equals 0, in which case x equals negative 3, or x plus k is equal to 0, in which case x is equal to negative k. So it's a little bit different way of thinking here because we've got the k's involved. But just remember, the factors of 3k are just 3 and k. All right, so for question 4 here, it's a little bit different. We've got this quartic, and we're told that it can be factorised to become this. So we've got x multiplied by 3x plus 4 multiplied by the quadratic trinomial, where the coefficient of x squared is unknown, coefficient of x is unknown, so too is the constant. So we have to work out what these coefficients and constants are. So basically, we've got the quartic, and it's equal to this. Unknowns A, B, and C. So on your CAS calculator, it might be tempting to come up with this. Menu algebra solved, we've got the quartic equaling x multiplied by the linear factor multiplied by, and I'll move across, the quadratic trinomial a x squared plus bx plus c, and we want to solve for a, b, and c. This is what the calculator will give us, and it's not very useful. But what we can do is take a look at the expanded format of the quartic and factorise that using the factor function on our CAS. So now if I go menu, algebra, factor, and sorry, it's going to be down here, of course, menu, algebra, and factor, and I'll put in the quartic, so it's 3 multiplied by x to the power of 4 minus 2 lots of x cubed plus x to the power of 2, and then finally plus 12x. We can see we get this produced. So it's x multiplied by 3x plus 4 multiplied by x squared take 2x plus 3. So going back to our written solution, you can see that that quartic is equal to this exactly when it's factorised. And now, by just looking at it and inspecting, we can see what the a, b, and c are. So the x's are the same, the 3x plus 4's are the same. There's our quadratic trinomial, and you can tell from that that a is going to equal 1, b is going to equal -2, and c is going to equal 3. So we're able to factorise that and then just compare the a's, b's, and c's. In problem 5, we need to find exact value solutions for this quartic. So we've got x to the power of 4 minus x cubed minus 13x squared take 14x, and that's got to equal to 0. So, first job is to make sure that we are in exact mode. So if we go to menu, sorry, I apologise. If we go to the home screen, then go to settings, and we want document settings, and you can see the calculation mode is auto. Let's change that to exact and go OK. Back into the calculator, and I'm now going to solve that equation. So menu, algebra solve. Now it's x to the power of 4 minus x cubed minus 13x squared minus 14x is equal to 0. I'm solving for x. And you can see I come up with my exact solutions here. So -2, this involving a radical symbol, 0, and that. So you can see my solutions listed here. And what I've failed to do in my written solution is write down x equaling 0 as well. So just in your notes, if we can just add 0 to it as well. But the big key there, guys, is to make sure you're in exact mode, then just solve. Of course, if I wanted approximate answers, I can just do that. And there are my 4 solutions. So just Control Enter there. Whenever you're using your CAS, there's no need to write any instructions at all as part of your solution. So the stuff I've got in green here are just some little notes for you guys to follow of what to do in the CAS calculator. This is all that needs to be shown as part of your work solution. All right, nothing else. Statement of the equation, and then the solutions.